a message for my people.
Nick Dad, baby. We the new label.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Now this the black sheep sticking its home. I need a crib like I'm Gatsby.
I need it.
In hand, just understand my
Pockets that deep.
with nothing to prove. I ain't got nothing to do. When they can't compete and I got nothing to lose. You see, they told me I'm the one that's gonna benefit. Never been a threat. Talking out of line, but never let me interject. 'Cause in a sense, I ain't spiteful enough, decisive enough. They living off the hype in a cycle.
Let's go.
Yes, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Veterans Minimum, the #1 sports betting vibe on the internet. I'm your host, Nick Dais. Most of you know me as, hey, yo, Nick, in the back of the control room, doing a lot of stuff for Cameron and Mace, saying the You're Welcome Network. We're on the You're Welcome Network now. Shout out to Killer Cam. Thank you for bringing us on board. Yes, I've been doing a sports show for a very, very long time, 10 years to be exact. This is a betting show. We call it the best sports betting vibe on the internet. It's very playful. It's very fun. We like to make fun of one another's picks. As you guys will see on social media, George, before the show, was actually praying. I don't know how bad your betting card was, but I did snag that in the control room.
You saw me praying?
Yeah, I saw you praying, bro.
Damn, man. No, it's been a day.
It's been a
know
day.
It's been a day, so I wanted to center myself.
Woosah.
By the way, I know, the Cameron Mace situation, and Mace is religious and everything. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So me praying, this is like a once every 2 years kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I need this right now. I need a little bit of Jesus. So God is with me.
Nice.
And I'm in Mace's seat. So it's fitting.
Yeah, it's very fitting. We come on twice a week. We recap NFL. We preview NFL, predominantly NFL. A lot of fighters be coming on the show too, influencers, the whole nine. We have fun. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. So the full episodes, we're continuing to build out the network. Welcome to Veterans Minimum.
Let's go.
And we like to have some fun. So subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Follow us on social media at Veterans Minimum, all things Veterans Minimum. It's at Nick Dais 10 as you can find me. George, your handle real quick.
At Mr. George Carmona is where you could find me. About myself, I met Nick 3 years ago doing a show at another studio. We played catch in the back alley, and just like how any other two guys would become friends these days, we became friends.
Yeah,
Through
I
catch.
almost, believe it or not, I almost killed George the first time I met him. True story. We
Facts.
were throwing the football around in the back of this alley in the old studio that he used to record at. And you know those like pillars of
It's like protected like the water heat, the water supply for a building, just the big yellow.
it's probably like
the ones that the chicks that are into astrology hit, and you see the scrapes on their car. Those
that
poles.
side swipe your car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those were over there.
Yep.
And I threw a Justin Herbert type spiral. We're going to say it was like 80 yards. It was probably like 35, but that shit was beautiful. And I led George right into that. And he did
I
the
caught it.
side swipe. He caught it. Good catch.
Boom, hit the thing.
Held on to it.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. Yep. So that's how we became bros. And yeah, it's been fun. George has been a big help and a big part of the show. Actually, if it wasn't for you, and I've told you this on many times, but for the new audience, if it wasn't for you helping out with Veterans Minimum, I don't think I'd be able to do all the things that I'm doing now.
Yeah, you are starting to acquire multiple different ventures. my
Yeah,
friend.
I do a lot.
Yeah,
I do a lot. But you help out a lot with the show, and
free up.
we got a really fun dynamic. So yeah, hopefully you guys rock with us. Hopefully we can win you guys some money. I know people want to hear about the takes, bro.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite episodes of the year. For real, yeah. Week 1, it's the hot takes because this is what happens. Happens every time. The last time we had real football was in February. So we had the rest of February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We've had 8 months of no football. What have we done for 8 months? Talk about football coming
Gas
back.
teams up.
Gas teams up, shit
lot of
on
gas
teams.
Yeah.
And then, bam, now it's the real shit. And it's overreactions.
Yeah.
You're validated in some cases. You're completely wrong in other cases. So there's a lot of them. And what we're going to do for this episode, it's the hot takes fallout from week 1. We're going to go game by game. And within the games, as we always do on the Monday show, more hot takes than others. Some will breeze over. But, bro, we got to start with the... Ready for this? Is this the best football game you've ever seen?
It rivals the one that I saw between Jared Goff and Mahomes and Mexico City. I will say that. Like, as far as shootout, I would put those two in the same category. Last night, though, was more so of the you cannot believe what's happening on your television. Where do you want to start with that game? Because there's, like, so many different parts that you can highlight. Me personally, I think the game starts at the Derrick Henry fumble, and you let me know where you want to go.
Well, I think the game gets really crazy when that happens. I wouldn't say that it starts there. I don't even think it's a hot take, honestly. Watching that game last night, bro, I think they're the two best teams in the league by a fair margin. Like, dude, let's do another, epic comeback or epic collapse. Which one is that? I think these two teams are the best teams in the league by far, talent all over the place. I think it continues to validate Josh Allen as being probably the best quarterback right now in the league, where in a big spot, he's going to deliver. And like, yo, you look at his roster, bro, he don't got no all pros. Josh Palmer was a legitimate target for him. And you know what? I haven't heard this yet, but you know who Josh Allen reminds me of, bro? Can I give you a cross-sport comparison?
Oh, you're going cross-sport.
I'm going cross-sport.
What sport is it?
NBA.
Josh Allen is Luka?
No, but very close. He's a white European guy.
Oh my gosh, why am I blanking?
Come on, bro. Who's the best player in the world right now in the NBA?
Shea?
No, dude.
You said white. You said best player in the NBA.
Jokic.
Fuck.
Josh.
There's a whole bunch of these
I think
European whites.
Yeah. I think Josh Allen
How did I forget that
and Nikola Jokic are the same exact player. Now, catch what I'm saying before I go, right? They both have won an MVP. They both, when guys go to their teams, get elevated. If you look at the talent around them, I know Jamal Murray's on a super max and he's a hell of a point guard. However, if you catch him on the wrong night, you're like, holy fuck. How are they winning games with this dude? Then you catch him on different nights and you're like, yo, he's one of the 5 best point guards in the league. But Jokic, guys take less money to go play with him. Guys end up leaving and getting more money because they played with him, but then they're no longer the same player. I think Josh Allen, he got Shakir paid.
Mm-hmm.
The tight ends are
Kincaid.
Kincaid and Knox. James Cook got paid. You don't think James Cook, with the read option that they do in Buffalo, benefits from that? Keon Coleman yesterday was like the best game he's ever had.
Yep.
Since he got there. Like I said, Shakir got a contract extension. Gabe Davis left. He's been on 3 different teams, cut left and right. Jacksonville was going to be with the Giants. And I just think that both of these guys, they both won MVPs. Obviously, Jokic has won a title. But on a weekly basis, on a nightly basis, they're the 2 best guys in the league. Now,
I can't argue.
Come playoff time, do they run into someone that has their number? Yeah, maybe. But Buffalo tested Kansas City in the playoffs like they have all the time. You know, Buffalo always plays in these crazy-ass games. Remember the conference championship game, the 13 seconds? Yep. Buffalo was in that game. Josh Allen just elevates everyone around him the way Jokic does. And I was just thinking it yesterday. I was just like, bro, that was such a crazy fucking performance. And like Josh Palmer making big plays and going to him on like the game-winning drive too. This guy just came over from the Chargers and he was a massive disappointment.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at it like, damn, bro, he's going to be elevated. So the concept around this comparison is that these guys go to Josh Allen and Jokic and they get elevated. they become legitimate players.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
No, I think that's a perfect analogy. I think when you don't fault them ever for anything, I think is another case, right? Like in the case of Jokic, it's always Murray. It's always, Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Not fulfilling his roles and doing what he needs to do. So it's fitting. I would like to see him win a ring, and then it would be like, holy shit, these guys are a carbon copy of each other. But yeah, no, even their personalities off the field, like minus his new wife, like he's been rather low key. You don't hear about him, and that's just that's the archetype that he's chosen. But you said that the game didn't start at the Derrick Henry fumble. I just felt like everything that was up to that moment was both of the teams operating at full efficiency, full effectiveness, and it was the first chink in the armor that allowed the Bills to storm back. I mean, up until that point, bro, I mean, this is 15-point game in the fourth quarter. But it didn't seem like the Bills were playing terrible either. Like, it's just, where do you want to start at this game and highlighting?
Well, something,
craziness?
I like doing, like, if I could bring jiu-jitsu into a conversation, I'm always going to do that, right? But I wonder if, so my coach, Jerry Shapiro, he's been on the show way back in the day too. And lately we've been going over rear naked chokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like one of the concepts is like defending a rear naked choke. And in the past, I would defend it. And if you guys are watching, right, I would always grab here at like the forearm and try to pull down, but you're strong here, right? They teach pull at the fingers, pull at the wrist, because it's a lot weaker. It's a lot easier for you to pull down to get out and not get choked. If you look at the fumble that Derrick Henry had, they attacked them at the fingernails, like at the fingers.
Yep.
Right. So if you're holding the football and I'm going to strip you here, I'm strong here, but here it's weaker.
Yep.
So I wonder if that's going to be like, remember how the punch out became like a real thing, like Peanut Tillman and the Bears? It's still a thing. Yeah, it's still a thing. But I'm saying, like, I wonder if, like, instead of trying to strip someone at the forearms and at the elbow, you're going higher to the wrist because it's easier to open up the hand. So I just found that interesting because that's how Derrick Henry fumbled.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that we're drilling that now in class and in training. And I was just like, damn, bro, I feel like that might be like a new wave, like attack at the wrist and at the fingers to loosen up the grips on the football. And before that happened, first of all, this fucking guy, 160 plus yards he had. I took him in the third round in my fantasy league because of regression. People that wear 3 condoms when they play fantasy, they're worried about regression when he's literally an anomaly and we've never seen anything like this with Derrick Henry. And he was going fucking bananas on them. And the game felt like revenge from Baltimore's side. Lamar lost the MVP to dude. Y'all beat us in the playoffs. Everyone was betting Mark Andrews to score a touchdown because Likely was out and he had the bad drop. 1 catch.
Sorry, people. I don't know my anytime touchdown parlay.
Hey, D-Hop, turning it back to Houston days, one-hander. And you're like, holy shit, Zay Flowers going crazy. Lamar going crazy. And for 3.5 quarters, you're like, I even texted in the Discord. Shout out to the Veterans Minimum Discord. You could join the Discord. It's $1. Go to patreon.com/Veterans Minimum. $1 a month. That's all we ask for. Betting picks, Discord community, the whole 9. I'm like, I picked the wrong AFC team.
Yeah, man, it really did look terrible. But I also, Nick, this is a spot in which I'm not going to overreact to week 1 just because of the revenge factor of this game. It just meant more, and we're going to get a different version. Like, this is not the same Ravens team that you're going to get throughout the entirety of the year. I promise. Wait until they play like the fucking Jaguars.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? And to your point, I think this game was meant so much more to Buffalo long term because Baltimore can go into other venues and win because of their style of play. I don't think Buffalo can go to the Super Bowl unless it has to go through Buffalo.
Yeah.
They're a team they're like 29-3 in Buffalo in the last, what that'd be 3.5 years ish
Yep.
if you can't play. It's a tough place to play in. And that game was so wild because I felt like those two teams were clearly the best teams in the league. I feel good about both teams. I just think it's like one of those like, bro, this happens once every fucking so often. But I don't know if you saw this. No coach it's the Ravens, the Niners, and the Chargers since 2020 have blown the most double-digit leads. Should Harbaugh be on the hot seat?
I mean,
Not hot seat, but
yeah.
like
No,
any
bro,
criticism.
I was literally just about to bring up. I ended the end of last season saying that Sean McDermott should be on the hot seat. And up until right around the third quarter, I was like, I feel pretty vindicated in saying this because this is exactly why he should be on the hot seat. It's a big time opponent that you will be facing in the playoffs down the road. You need to get the job done. Thankfully, the football gods were on his side. You know, that 4th and 2 to Keon Coleman is, you know, that's Jesus. That's literally Jesus at work helping Josh Allen. So he didn't have the situational aspects from the playoff game last year that I wanted Sean McDermott on the hot seat. You asking me about Harbaugh. Do you go for it on 4th down? And then do you call your timeouts in the fashion that he called his timeouts? Because hear me out here. A lot of people are going to say he should have went for it on the 4th down. Go for it. And then regardless, they're already in field goal range. You can get the ball back and it could be you with the ball last, which I'm a fan of, but I don't even want to think about that. I was so invested in how he was going to use his last timeout, given the fact that it was a 3rd down and they wanted to keep the clock going. I told Cameron, and this is something, I don't know if it crossed your mind. Did you think he was going to possibly do like a fake timeout? Because the Bills had no timeouts. So if they take a knee expecting the Ravens to call a timeout and Harbaugh just like fakes it and the clock just keeps going and then they have to do the fire drill, which they inevitably had to do, but you could have kind of like dicked their mind. I don't know if that came across your mind. He was fucked at that point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I didn't really.
I found that part interesting.
That didn't cross my mind. I just think the thing that's wild is you got nearly perfect games from your big three. Zay Flowers was going crazy. Lamar went crazy. Lamar and Derrick Henry, 5 of Baltimore's first 5 touchdowns were all of Baltimore's touchdowns had to do with them, either passing or running, right? And Derrick Henry just carved them up. 169 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns before his fumble. And yeah, it's just, if you're Buffalo, you stole one for sure. As high as 65-1 to win that game.
Oh my God.
With 4 minutes left, right?
Probably after the touchdown, huh?
Well, this was before the Keon Coleman deflected touchdown.
Yeah.
Right? Because then
on 4th and
then Derrick Henry fumbled, and then that's how they had the game turned around there. But like, yo, Keon Coleman, man, career high 8 catches for 112 yards, go ahead touchdown, in the 4th quarter off the tip pass. He had 1 catch for 17 yards in the first half, and then he went crazy in the second half. So I don't know if he figured it out. That's a massive, the one thing
I think it was situational
for sure. Let's see this be sustainable, and then we could agree. But that's the one thing Buffalo really needs is like an alpha wide receiver. I like Shakir, but I have a problem with slot receivers being your number one. I feel like you need a guy on the outside. So I feel good about both teams. I'm not overreacting. All right, Baltimore was 0-2 last year to start the season. Shit happens. I'm not worried about them. You know why? Because of the infrastructure and the culture. Shout out to Maurice Clarett. He's talked about this on the preview show. There's something about the culture. I think they bounce back. I got no other issues or complaints with this game.
Yeah, no, I'm in full agreement with you. I think it was a great way. At times, Nick, doesn't it feel so scripted? Especially the way Collinsworth and Mike Tirico were talking about, oh well, if the Bills are able to get, or the Ravens are able to get the ball back, they should have it with about 17 seconds left on the thing, and it ends up being like 17 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Christ, these guys. The NFL does it, dude. They find a way.
What about this? The line on that game was -1, and it lands on the number. It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. And it goes to show you just how close these games end up being, bro. And like those half points are massive. You know about that. George fucked up the graphic, and we lost on both of them.
It was a rough week 1 for the graphics.
So
rough week
I
1.
text George the picks, and on the graphics, it was Broncos -8. He put Broncos -8.5 on mine, lost that, and then you had Titans +7.5. It's like, bro, we should have pushed on both of them. But you know it happens. I'm just fucking with you and messing around. But yeah, like on a serious note, that half point is everything, bro. That half point is massive, you know. And like even in a couple of games we'll get to in a little bit, you saw some big swings in the point spreads. Like Cincinnati and Cleveland was 6.5 all week, and on kickoff it's 4.5, and you're like, I fucking really liked Cleveland. From July, I said this. I was like, there's no way they're not going to be Ursulita. And they were, and it's like, and actually no, it was the toxic one. That's what it was. And shout out to John in the DMs. He wanted us to explain what we mean by the toxic one. So the toxic one, we have funny names for our picks, right? And one of them is the toxic one. The toxic one is the popular bet that people are making that might be too obvious. And we're like, yo, there's no way we would play that. Either play the other side or don't play anything. Pass. Sometimes the best bet you make is the one you don't make.
Yep.
And that's why it was like Bengals -6 was the toxic play of the week. And it was, because Cleveland ended up covering. So just to add context to the picks and to the new people that have caught on to the show, whether it was in the spring or the summer, like now we're actually making the betting picks, for you guys to understand that, like, yo, if we say there's a bet that's toxic, we're not betting it. We're either betting the other side in some cases,
or we're
like
staying,
Cleveland, or we're steer
clear.
Stay the fuck clear. Yeah, so we just wanted to explain that. Browns and Bengals, you feel any different?
I feel like we would be missing the biggest part of the Bills-Ravens game, and we could touch on it quick. The fan who is now banned for life after shoving Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins. Your thoughts on that?
About what the fan did, or what the players should be allowed to do? Because it's two different answers. You know how I felt about this.
On the road is crazy.
Bro, listen.
Crazy.
I have been talking about this shit. Veterans Minimum is 10 years old. I've been talking about it for 10 years. If you want to stop athletes being racially heckled, racial slurs being sent their way, physically attacked, I have a solution. You put your hands on an athlete, it comes out, it's recorded that you said something crazy to them, you said a racial slur to them, something homophobic. They're allowed to respond with no repercussions. And then watch how fucking Chad and Brad in row 26C stop yapping.
Yeah.
If they know that they could get their shit punched in and they can't sue.
Yeah.
And some people are like Meta World Peace, bro. Some people will be like, I'm going to that's Malice at the Palace. How many times have I told you one of my favorite sporting events of all time is Malice at the Palace?
Yeah.
Mad times, bro. It's a top 5 event.
It could have literally, like,
it is.
Given the situation and circumstance, the fact that Lamar only shoved,
bro,
it's a good restraint on his part.
Very good restraint. I think if you implemented that, it would never happen. But if that was possible, watch how fans stop getting beer muscles and feeling a type of way talking. Because some people, they talk reckless to athletes, bro. They talk very, very reckless to athletes. And some people don't know the dangers of like a physical altercation. And I just think if I knew for a fact that this person can hit me and I can't sue him, I can't hide behind that, I'm probably not heckling him that way.
Oh, facts.
So that's how I feel about it. Him getting banned, yeah, he should be, bro. You can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. Because if Lamar was to react in a different way, then it's I'm pressing charges and all that fucking whack shit that they be doing.
Well,
so.
and let's not act like all the media the next day wouldn't be like, oh, Lamar Jackson needs to learn restraint. Like, come on, bro. Give me a break. He just went to a full football game. He got fucked over, and that's just it's a terrible situation. That was a pretty wild way to end Sunday night, but you wanted to transition to the Browns. Bengals.
Yeah, Browns-Bengals. Once again, there is something about Joe Burrow and the Bengals. This was the first offseason that they come in with no contract disputes. Everyone is healthy. Remember, Burrow, the last couple of years, he's been healthy in the preseason. He hasn't been healthy in the preseason. And now he comes into this. His weapons are all paid. He's healthy. And I know it's in division, which is another reason why I said to stay away from that one, and it was toxic. Their defense still is not
all worldly.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. If you're Cincinnati, you fucking stole one. The kicker missed a PAT, or else that game would have been heading into overtime. Who knows how that ends? And Jim Schwartz, his defense, they put the clamps on Joe Burrow and the crew. Burrow looked awful. 141 net yards of offense.
That's insane.
You just paid two receivers $30 million each, and Joe Burrow makes 50-something million. That's a rough look. But if you're Cincinnati and you're a Bengals fan, you're saying to yourself, "Oh, we're 1-0 for once." That's nice because you haven't been in the last couple of years. I think Cleveland, when you're a shit team, you're gonna find ways to lose, and that's what really I took from that.
See, and this is why Stefanski keeps winning these Coach of the Year awards. It's because everyone fucking feels bad for him. Stop feeling bad for this trash ass organization. Like Joe Flacco throwing 45 passes in the game. It irks me. It irks me knowing that it's like, bro, this isn't your future. You guys are doing it all wrong. So I mean, this game to me was a classic AFC North. It's going to be close. And that's why for the remainder of the year, this is a PSA. Any AFC North divisional matchups, if there is a spread over 4.5 points, you need to hammer the team that's the underdog given the points. Because it's going to be like this all throughout the year in this division. Yeah. There's really nothing much else to be said about this Browns team. Dylan Sampson, 12 carries, 29 yards. Who the hell is Dylan Sampson?
I'm not there's not much to say about that game.
Yeah, dude. Other than the boys didn't perform at a offensive player of the year, MVP style candidate, type of performance from Burrow or Jamar Chase, which is good for us. Good for us. Hey, I'm fine with them having 141 net yards every week for the rest of the year. If that means Brock Bowers wins Offensive Player of the Year, I'll take that. Do you want to go to that game next?
Yeah, let's do it, man. I thought the Raiders played very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they just looked and felt different.
Yeah,
they just looked like a legitimate team, and Minnesota's up 10 now.
No way.
Yep. I see it out the corner of the eye. What a comeback. There goes that bet. What a mess. What a mess.
Did Caleb Williams throw a pick?
I don't know.
I guarantee you it started off a Caleb Williams turnover.
We'll have to go and watch that one back as we're recording during Monday Night Football. I thought I had that bet in, and that's what happens when you count your chickens early.
Bro, everything I've said this week that was like a guarantee has absolutely gone completely ass backwards. I thought I had my sink fixed. I said, hey, babe, this little epoxy seal, guaranteed to fix it. Turn on the water. It's ridiculous, bro. You can't guarantee shit in life.
Yeah.
Just let it come to you.
Let's do a read real quick for Patreon. Patreon.com/veteransminimum. $1 a month. That's all we're asking for. You can join the Patreon. We have over 400 paid members now. Thank you all for your contributions to the Patreon. You get access to the Discord, betting picks, contests, giveaways. We're doing a lot of fun shit, a lot of cool giveaways. And for those of you that are new to the program, it means a lot. We got to pay for studio time. We got a lot of things that we got to pay for. And if we could just get $1 a month from fans who support the show, it really, really does help a lot, and it goes a long way. So patreon.com/Veterans Minimum. And George, we are running a free roll contest every week.
Yep.
If you weren't in it for week 1, it is not a problem. You could be in it for week 2 and then stop. You could be in it until week 11 and stop. It is free. It is in the link of the bio of the episode. And it's on ESPN. Basically, you got to pick every game against the spread, and whoever gets the highest record for that week is going to get $50. We're going to Zelle you, Venmo you, PayPal you, whatever, wire transfer, whatever, Western Union, the old school ways of betting.
Just not
offshore.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, Western Union. So you could join that. Again, it's in there. We're keeping it only to the community of Veterans Minimum. So get in there. It's a fun giveaway. Nice way for all of us to interact. And that's pretty much it.
How did I go? Or how well did I do in the contest this week?
Let me take a
George.
look. I went 10-6. I'm currently in 5th.
That's not bad. Captain George.
Captain George up, not top 20.
Fuck. Never mind. Don't tell me.
Captain George.
Don't tell me.
I do not see.
Don't tell me I'm last.
Captain George.
Don't.
I do not. Oh no, you're actually.
Did you miss me? I was ahead of you.
No, we actually have the same record. All right.
I completely forgot. By the way, it was one of those things where I got the ESPN email and I was like, oh my God, I have 30 minutes left to complete this. And it was, I mean, I had a good idea of who I wanted, but you know what I mean? You never truly remember what you picked in a rush situation. So I'm glad 10-6 ain't bad.
Hey, listen, bro.
That ain't bad.
10-5 is way better. The picks went 1-2-1 for me this week. Probably 1-3-1 based on, unless we could get a miracle cover there. And anytime touchdown, 2 of the 4 players hit, Justin Jefferson and Brian Thomas Jr. So, yeah.
It's a nice week for you.
Not bad. Some plus money on the 2 guys that score touchdowns. So, I'm excited. To continue. The next thing I want to talk about, George,
Yes.
is oh boy, do I want to talk about this. The Miami Dolphins.
Oh, baby.
Oh, I saw the comments. I saw them all. And some of you deleted your comments. Don't do that. You nasty sons of bitches. Don't do that. Listen, I'm all in favor for trolling. I'm a troll myself. To the people that I love and admire the most, I'm kind of a piece of shit to them. That's how you know that I love you. If I don't cut jokes on you, I don't make fun of you, don't hit me up if you need some money. Don't hit me up if you got a flat tire on the side of the expressway. I'm not coming to help you.
Nope.
If I make fun of you, I'll help you. That's just how I am. That's how I am, right? However, some of you guys like to troll in the comments, and then when I'm right, or he didn't get fired, but no other team looked like they quit on their coach more than the fucking Miami Dolphins.
Nope.
That first half, Daniel Jones and the Colts did something Peyton Manning only did in the organization, and they haven't done it since like 2004. They scored on every possession in the first half.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones was hitting Michael Pittman. Jonathan Taylor was running wild. Tyler Warren was going crazy. Alec Pierce was making crazy catches. This team looked good. Your division winner. Your hot take, them being the 1 seed.
Oh, the Colts weren't going to be that good this year, George. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you don't know what you're.
Fuck up.
Dude, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. When Tua is healthy, he was healthy yesterday.
The whole team was healthy.
The team is gonna implode already. When there's red flags coming into the year, like what more you need to see? That team has completely quit on him. I said he was gonna be the first coach fired. He was at 20-1. I looked in every fucking sports book in town. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Vegas doesn't like cool shit like that.
They are not going to survive. They are the worst team I think I saw all day yesterday. I really do think they are the worst team that I saw. And we haven't even gotten to my team yet. We'll get to those fucking idiots a little later. But Miami Dolphins, man, I tried to tell you, they are not a good team. The vibes are super bad.
Agreed. I think it was just a mix of, after the first couple of possessions, they just knew that this team ain't got it. You know, the visible quitting, the arguments on the sidelines. It's going to be one of those things in NFL history where, like, my kids one day will ask me, what NFL coach should have never really been an NFL coach or didn't look like an NFL coach? And my answer is always going to be Mike McDaniel. He just doesn't have head coach energies. He does have great offensive coordinator energies, and that's exactly where he's going to end up after this season doesn't work out for him.
Well, bro, haven't we always said this, that some people are just better suited to be the offensive or defensive coaches, to be Robin? Like, that's the analogy we always do. Did you see the Niners with Robert Saleh, their defense? That's the best their defense has looked in a very, very long time. I know, like, the Seahawks are not, you know, I'm off on the Seahawks. Was not a fan of them coming into the year, but like their defense looked inspired and playing tough. And they came up, and Nick Bosa came up with a game-winning play at the end, the strip sack fumble on and recovery. I don't remember if he recovered, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they are just better suited as coordinators. And bro, not for nothing, you know who is now the defensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts? Anarumo.
Lou.
Yeah.
Sweet Lou.
And they shut down that Miami team. That they have talent. They have talent on that roster, but just collectively, there's just bad vibes coming into the year. So that's why I was so off on them. I said that my favorite under was 8.5 wins. I thought that was crazy. That was if I had all the money in the world and I could make one bet this football season, it'd be their under. And look, this week they play New England at home in Miami. If they lose that game, it's going to be rough. So shout out to Daniel Jones, bro. Comeback player of the year, looking very live.
I didn't realize this when I had put that bet in, which I love. We had put this bet in, by the way, when Anthony Richardson was still the starting quarterback. All right. So you want to know how much we know ball? We fucking saw that shit coming a mile away. Daniel Jones, how did I not remember, went to Duke. He's back in his colors, bro. He's back in the Duke navy blue-ish white. It's literally a carbon copy. And so, it fits. I'm very happy. Tyler Warren.
Looked good. Tyler Warren looked very good.
When was the last time that there was a really, really good Colts tight end? Aside from Dallas Clark. Mo Alley Cox?
I was going to go back a little further. The dude from Kobe Fleener was his name, wasn't it?
I'm just trying to prove a point here that this is the second coming of Dallas Clark.
Yeah, Kobe Fleener, bro, was
Good on
cold.
You.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Fuck yeah. He played with Andrew Luck in college, and then he played with him in the NFL. Yeah, he scored 8 touchdowns one year, bro. Shout out to Kobe Fleener. Listen,
Brain don't forget.
Brain don't forget. Yo, can I tell you one more thing?
Yes.
During the third quarter of that Colts game, they flashed to Anthony Richardson, and he's doing this. He's looking at his play sheet. I'm over there watching the game, sitting with Dars. I go, you should be looking at like Expedia to move, bro, because they don't fuck with you.
100%.
They don't fuck with you. And you know when they stop fucking with him? Remember when he tapped out because he got tired?
Yes. That was last season,
that
week
was last
2.
year. And what did we say when this happened? Lie, bro. Lie. You're not going to play for the Colts again. All right? They fucked up. They took you top 5. It didn't work out. Did you get a fair shake? No. You kept getting injured, right? But what you don't do as an athlete, rule number 1 as an athlete, you don't quit on your teammates. So when you tapped out because you were tired, bro, lie, bro. Lie. Listen, I want you to be like, yo, coach, my shoulder. Don't, you were already injured coming into the game. Say that you're hurt. I hurt something, bro.
Yeah.
I can't be like, as the leader of the team, like, yo, I'm tired. It's like when a girl tells me, you're the only one I talk to. I like being lied to. I'm cool with it. I know you're lying. I know you're lying. When a girl's like, you're the best I've ever had. No, Not
But
really.
I love hearing it from you
but
right
I
now.
love hearing it. And in the moment, yeah, I'm on cloud 9. Lie to me.
Yep.
If you're Anthony Richardson, you're tired. No, tell me like, yo, coach, my hamstring, bro. I need a play. No, you can't tell me you're tired.
Bro, I will say this.
It's a wrap for him there.
The Saints would appreciate him. The Saints would appreciate him. I'm willing to build with him down in Nolans. That would be nice. The last thing from Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is the 5th quarterback since 1950 to have 250 plus passing yards and 2+ rushing touchdowns in his first game of the season. There was a lot of firsts associated with Daniel Jones's performance yesterday, and that's got me feeling some type of way, bro. Hopefully he doesn't perform too well. They'll throw him into the wrong category that I wanted to get him. I don't want him to win the MVP. Not saying that would happen. But if my hot take from the NFL comes true and the Colts are the number 1 seed in the AFC,
listen, what did I tell
could be
you?
fucked.
Listen, something has been happening with the Giants the last couple of years. When guys leave, they flourish elsewhere. Saquon Barkley left, and in this next year had the greatest running back season a running back has ever had, won the Super Bowl. Probably should have been the MVP of the league.
Yep.
Right? So Daniel Jones goes over there, and look, Houston and the Rams, that's the next thing I wanted to talk to you about. Devontae Adams still could do it at a very high level. Opened up a lot of things for Puka Nacua. I love this Rams team. Bro, the defense, I know Houston ain't exactly the fucking the 99 Rams.
Right.
But, bro, they were making plays, made interceptions. They made C.J. Stroud uncomfortable. They took away Nico Collins, who's their best weapon. And just dogs on defense. Like, it's Jared Verse is like the big name on there, the defensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
But, bro, Durant, Frisker, Lake in the DB room, like, they just got guys making plays. And then Matthew Stafford, like, he looked fine. The back was not. It was like we were talking about it all summer, bro. His back is like, I just don't want to practice now, dude.
You remember that? Do you remember 2 years ago that Sean McVay was being rumored to go take a anchor position or announce games on Sundays, and he wasn't going to come back and coach the Rams? It was also like the same year that they finally had a 1st-round draft pick in 3 seasons. Because of all the acquisitions they made to win the title.
Yeah, fuck them picks was like a real slogan of theirs.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is it flourishing right here in front of your eyes. This is that 3-year window of planning meticulously for the type of team that you want to become. It's good to see. I'm very happy that they played well. Yeah, CJ, they got pressure on him 41% of the time that CJ Stroud dropped back. So that's exactly where you want your defense to be. Like, you can't get better than that.
And bro, listen, you bring up a hell of a point, right? Because what did we talk about the Texans on the preview show? They probably have the best quarterback in the division and the best unit in the division with the defense. However, their offensive line was bad last year, and then they lose Tunsil. And then immediately, that's one of those hot takes that kind of justify and validate your thoughts, where you're like, hey, man, I was really worried about their offensive line coming into the year. And immediately you see the issues that they have. You're like, this is going to be a problem.
It's not. So, like, don't think like it's going to course correct itself, especially with offensive line play. Like, if you are a shitty offensive line and you are on the progression to becoming a better offensive line, that growth is like minimum 6 weeks before you're like, they've got blitz pickups figured out. They've got the slides down. They got the communication all worked out. Like, that's 6 weeks. So, like, don't jump ship and be like, oh, this was just a fluke. The Texans they're back. You know what I mean? They still don't have Mixon. They get Mixon in October. Once they get Mixon, I'll start maybe considering adding them to the bet slip. But yeah, no, we nailed it, dude. I'm trying to see the rushing stats from the game. How did you feel about Stafford? You felt like it looked sharp?
Thought so. He had a no look. Puka was wide open on a lot of plays. I think because they have Devontae Adams, and then vice versa. Devontae was seeing number 2 coverage.
Yep.
And that was a gift for him as well. And
how does Puka keep? Puka's the only player in the NFL, I swear to God, it's every week that this dude's bleeding from somewhere on his body.
Listen,
how did that happen? He got his eyeball cut open.
Bro, Puka Nacua takes 3 to 4 hits a game. He's like John Morant. I know there's another NBA comparison.
Derrick Rose, yes, I agree with you. Where it's just so
train wrecks.
Yes.
Like, he got fucking hit so hard, he was bleeding from his eyeball. When you watch Puka, he's such a physical receiver because he likes to block also. That's how he like made the roster. He was a 5th-round pick out of BYU, I believe it was, right? And he took the league by storm. Again, he was fucking offensive rookie of the year that year, 30-1. We should have fucking cashed on that. Anyway, we'll save that for another time. Puka takes 3 to 4 hits a game, bro, where you're like, oh shit, he's out for the year. Now he's my wide receiver on my big money fantasy league now, so I'm watching him a little bit more. I did sprinkle a little offensive player of the year on him as well, and because I love the Rams this year, so I'm like, a Ram is gonna win an award of some kind. Is it gonna be coach? Is it gonna be defensive player of the year, offensive? Who knows, right? But I really like this Rams team, and bro, like, I'm like, oh, that's a concussion, and on top of all the other hits that he takes, he's probably he was back, hit over the middle, no problem. But it's a car crash. Like John Morant, every time he goes into the cup, you're just like, oh my God, he's gonna put someone on a poster, and then like gets tackled in midair and shit, and you're like, oh my God,
the ball goes flying to the 4th row.
Yeah, hope he lands because that looks so nasty and devastating. But that's kind of how it is, man. Like both those guys, it's a train wreck with them when they play. But that's what makes them so great. 10 catches for 130 yards. He looks like a midseason form. And I think the other crazy thing is they lined him up in the slot half the routes. Why? Because Cooper Kupp was the guy that would run out the slot. Now they have Devontae Adams who could run out on the outside. Yeah. So I think this offense unlocks a lot, man, because again, like I mentioned, Devontae Adams, I think he had a hell of a debut and he played very, very well. And immediately him and Stafford just have incredible chemistry. And Stafford over 60,000 career passing yards, second fastest player in league history.
I agree with you on the Devontae Adams and him have figured it out. I'm always looking at on 3rd down possessions, where does the ball end up? And there was multiple times where it was at least in the direction of Devontae Adams. So the trust is there. This Texans team, Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we definitely have a problem. I think you should feel good about your Colts take. I feel really good about the Jaguars. I know the Jaguars won. Look, Carolina, I know you wanted to talk about Bryce Young. What do you want to talk about Bryce Young? You were fired up.
Oh, bro, I'm just like, this is the same dude. This is him. We had talked about this on the NFL preview show with Pam about the regression to the mean, and we should not look at a player's best year and think that that's going to always happen. We shouldn't look at a player's worst year and think that that's always going to happen. Everybody, I don't fucking understand it either, by the way. The Panthers sucked last year. So if you think that what Bryce Young did the second half of the season actually matters, I think you have to reanalyze. I think teams were playing him soft. I think that they were like, oh shit, it's, we don't need to prepare that much. It's just the Panthers this week. And we got a version of Bryce Young to end that season last year where we're like, oh, we should watch out for these Panthers. They're going to be legit, that NFC South could be anybody's division. Huh? I don't know. And then you see what happens yesterday and you're like, oh, this is Bryce Young. This is the Bryce Young experience. And I don't know, man, maybe he needs that backup. Remember the kid gave him the high five the week after he, got benched, and you could it was a very viral video. He needs that to happen again. That's how he performed well. That kid Sand transferred over the good QB energies to him. But yeah, I was very unimpressed by the Carolina Panthers. They got dog walked, bro. What were your thoughts on the game?
Nah, I kind of felt the same way. And there was one play that really, really upset me. 4th down, he just threw the ball out of bounds in the red zone. Bro,
give us a chance.
Give someone a chance. We drafted this fucking big wide receiver, T-Mac, to try to make a play. Okay, you throw a pick. Who cares? Who cares? It's fourth down. You're trying to make a play. Not all interceptions are made equal. Some interceptions are better than others.
Yep.
If you're going to try to make a play, I'm for it. But if you're going to just do shit like that, I just think that it's a bad look, man. It's a bad look. And now, ready for this? Carolina is now 0-8 with Young as a starting quarterback when the team has -2 or worse turnover differential. So if they turn the ball over, which, you know, a lot of teams.
For sure. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But then on the flip side, I don't really want to talk too much about this game. Like,
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, you trade up to get him, and he played 38 snaps, both sides of the ball. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. And he played more offensive than defensive snaps. So figure out what you want to do there with Jacksonville. Congratulations to Trevor Lawrence starting the year off 1-0. But, you know, he also got highlighted on that interception that J.C. Horn made.
Yep.
I really want to talk about Denver. George, I don't give a fuck. Frauds.
Yeah.
Frauds, bro. Yeah, they're frauds. I felt like they were frauds all
I feel like
off
I could sell
season.
you on this.
They had 4 turnovers at home against the Titans, and they happened to still win that game. Teams that turn the ball over 4 times in a game, their record is, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I can't expect it to be any good when you turn the ball over 4 times. But they don't have much explosiveness on offense. And it was very concerning. It feels like they had some tape on Bo Nix, and that's how I took it. I just don't like them, man. I think their defense is very good, but to be at home and not to be able to put away a rookie quarterback on the road, the game was close. You're being sloppy with the ball.
How did you feel about the 4th down and
8?
or was it 4th and 8?
No, I think I know which one you're
It's the
talking
4th down call where they ran a play action pass and he missed a wide open guy. That should have been a touchdown there. And that's why, Nick, I'm telling you on this, like, you can call them frauds and you could be on your side all you want. When this team starts humming here very shortly, it's okay. I'll let you come back over. Because I'm telling you, this is a team that I feel a lot of people will overreact on week 1 for being as trash as they were. I thought they played like shit. But I know that Bo Nix and Sean Payton were just missing the mark slightly. And with a high-powered passing offense, whenever you miss your big shot plays, like the scoreboard looks like this. Because that's your offensive continuity. It's built off of big 20-yard gains, explosive plays. They were missing that aspect. Bo Nix clearly has a lot more to dial in on his weekly homework, so they make sure that he doesn't miss these shot plays. I just think that this Broncos defense will keep them in great position, and they're going to be a really, really solid team. Like, don't lose hope on the Broncos. I'm telling you.
Well, it's not really losing hope. I just didn't like them all season anyway.
No, I know.
So to me, I think I like the Raiders more. You know, the Chargers looked really good in Kansas City. Again, Madison Beer, that's that PED boost that you got to factor in there, bro. Jay Herbo is looking really good out there. And, you know, Quentin Johnson, he looks like a formidable piece. Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen came back in and just picked up right where he left off.
Yeah.
I think that for me, I'm not going to get too – I still got it until proven otherwise. Kansas City, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos.
There's still a chance for us to bet some of these exactas and the division results. I got to do that because I do like that breakdown, but I just feel like the Broncos above the Chargers. The Chargers. You sold?
Yeah, I think so. I think Herbert, maybe because there was no expectation on him per se.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody picked him to win MVP. Flying under the radar, need some more weapons, bust with Johnson. They lose Slater right when they pick up his contract and extend him, and then he gets hurt. He looked phenomenal, bro. He looked phenomenal. I think he that was the best game I think he's played, even though he might have had bigger numbers in other games. Like he's had shootouts with the Browns when they had Baker Mayfield a while back, and he had that game with Cincinnati last year too. But this was just, you slayed Goliath in your division. We've talked about, I think Pat Mahomes was like 35-3 against the AFC West. Now he's 0-1 again. Kansas City. What do we always talk about? 1-score games, 11-0. They won 17 straight 1-score games. Now they're 0-1. It's just sometimes the ball's not going to bounce in your favor. I think they impressed me a lot. The Broncos didn't impress me, and I really think the Raiders really impressed me, bro. Genty looked good. Geno Smith looked good. And we gotta start remembering this, bro. Can you do me a favor and remember this from moving forward?
Got you.
Next time we have a shit team like the Raiders were last year, let's factor in that they got a new head coach and new quarterback. Like the pairing of both. I know we factored it in, but it's like Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew.
No. It's a complete overhaul of the culture.
Yeah, and that's why it looked good.
Yes.
Like I liked how they looked. They looked pretty legit. And they went into New England, who was excited with Mike Vrabel and Drake May in year 2. I didn't like how New England looked, but a lot of that was because Raiders played well yesterday. That's a game the old Raiders lose.
100%.
We got Raider fans in the control room. Would y'all agree? You guys agree, right? Like, that's a game y'all lose in the past. And that's how I felt. Them winning. I had that game on the multi-view. You know the multi-view? Mm-hmm. I finally caved in just like you, and I bought
Oh, you caved in?
I caved in.
I didn't cave in.
Yeah, you didn't cave.
I didn't cave, bro.
Yeah. $40 a month for a year.
It was 40?
Yeah. I'm a first-time user. I got my fix in now. So
they've got you hooked, Nick.
They got me hooked. But yeah, I was really impressed with that. But going back to Denver, bro, I need another weapon. I think Harvey could be good. He made one like 40-yard run that I think was really sick. Like the way he just looked so explosive. But I need more. And I think Bo Nix is.
He's a gunslinger. Hey, it's like eating oysters.
Trash.
But some people love them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only do some people love them, but it's an aphrodisiac. So it's helping you seal the deal and you like them. That's what I'm just saying. Bo Nix has that in his arsenal. So, Nick, I'm just telling you, you're going to want to bet on the Broncos later on in the year, and you're going to think about all the shit that you've talked about them, and you're not going to pick them. And I'm just giving you the open invitation when it makes sense.
I just got PTSD when you said oysters because I've had a rough last couple months in the dating world.
Yeah.
I've been killing it.
But they like oysters?
All the weirdos like oysters, bro. It's like we got to go to Oyster Bar. I love oysters. You like oysters? I ain't a surprise.
They're not bad. They're not. I used to hate them.
Trash, bro. Fuck
I used
that. Nah, I can't get behind that. That's a weird one. Listen, I do date a lot of interesting and weird people.
You date affluent people.
Yeah.
Poor people don't eat oysters. You're going for a specific type of class.
Hold on. I'm the one paying anyway, so it makes no difference.
No. Oh, yeah, but I'm just being honest with you. I think a girl that was raised a little bit poor is not going to be asking for oysters. Might be a mozzarella stick type of girl.
I just feel like, don't oysters strike you as a meal people get for Instagram?
Yes. I've never understood why they're so expensive. I get that there's work behind shucking it open, but like why? Why is it priced the way it is for the amount that it is? Like it's not like a crazy amount of food.
Oysters, caviar. What's another one that's a weird one? I'm blanking right now. But those two are like I had caviar recently, like over the summer for the first time. I had a really good place too. I went to Nobu, and I had caviar.
We had caviar too with
shout out to Ross. And like everyone's like, bro, caviar. Oh my god. And I'm like, it's cool. Was it because everyone's like, holy shit, it's the greatest thing? It could be, but to me, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Tartar. You could put tartar in there.
Tartar is another.
Tartar is amazing.
Tartar sucks also.
You're crazy,
Tartar.
Nick, what the fuck?
Oysters, tartar,
fuck?
and caviar. If you have anything of those three in your Instagram stories and food,
We're splitting the bill.
I'm not. Listen, I won't judge you, but a lot of people are. A lot of people are. All right, 2 more games I want to get to. We must get to.
Let's hit it.
You know who the best team in the NFC is?
The Saints. I'm fucking with you.
The Green Bay Packers, bro.
Oh, they looked legit. They look legit.
They look legit. I'm going to combine a couple of things here. Coordinators matter.
Oh, yes.
Coordinators matter.
Oh, yes.
Jared Goff, without Ben Johnson and Sean McVay, do you know how many wins he has as a starting quarterback without those two on his play sheet?
He probably has 4 wins, 11, 12 losses.
Jared Goff has as many wins as I do in the NFL without those two guys, and that's 0.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, bro, they looked really bad. And it was a combination of a bunch of shit. I think the 2 coordinators not being there, it being a road game, Packers having the momentum and the buzz from this year and validating that. The Packers looked way faster than anyone in that game. 2 offensive linemen either retired or left the team for the great offensive line that the Detroit Lions had. Where the fuck was Sonic and Knuckles? Gibbs and Montgomery.
Oh, and I had called it right too.
Nothing.
With my bets this week, I was like, David Montgomery over 43.5 rushing yards. Everybody was on Jahmyr Gibbs, and he ends up, David Montgomery is running back 1 of that team. Stop with the fucking Jahmyr Gibbs is that type of player in that offense. He's not. They'll be balanced, but I think David Montgomery is still the person they're going to rely on more.
We haven't seen this offense play this bad in a very, very long time. Remember, this is one of the most publicly wagered teams in the NFL in the last couple of seasons. This was a team that Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, the 2 running backs that we mentioned, Jameson Williams got paid over the weekend too, signed a massive deal. Good for him. He's one of us.
Yep.
Right? D.
Hey.
Jenin.
And the receiver, Isaac Tesla.
Yeah, made a one-handed catch. Yeah, shout out to Razorbacks. He had a hell of a play, a one-handed catch there. But bro, it just looked really, really bad. It looked like he was gun shy. A lot of checkdowns. Like Jahmyr Gibbs caught what, 9 passes? 8 passes? Like
Yeah.
he had 19 touches for 50 yards. But I believe as I'm pulling up his stats here, because I have him in my fantasy league, and he had 10 catches
Jesus.
for 31 yards. Like a lot of it was just check down. So the offense just looked really bad. And look, even though at the time that we were recording, the Monday Night Football game went final and the Vikings won 27-24, the offensive coordinator matters. And it just looked so sluggish for Detroit. And then on the flip side, bro, like Micah Parsons outplayed Aiden Hutchinson. He had a chase down sack. And the fucking crowd went ballistic. It went ballistic. And they're the team, I think, in the NFC that could dethrone the Philadelphia Eagles.
I would like that to be the situation for him. Maybe you were a year early on the Packers. You were very, very, very high on them last year. And I think...
And look, this year I had them as a playoff team. I had Chicago winning the division. I had them coming in as a wild card team. I was off Detroit to make the playoffs, so that looks really, really good, after 1 week. It's concerning. It's concerning when, like I said before, when we were talking about the offensive line with the Texans, if there's something coming into the year that you're really worried about, and in week 1 you see that still be a concern, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. So I just think Jordan Love was on fire too, man. He looked really, really good. And Josh Jacobs just continues to score touchdowns. 10 straight games with a touchdown. 11th player since 1970. Double-digit straight games. He's balling, man.
Yeah.
He's
perfect
balling.
home for him.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
Can we talk about the Saints just for a second? Just talk about, like, they got to burn those uniforms, dog. They are the ugliest uniforms I have ever
rough look on the
fucking
unis.
seen. Black, light gold, black. I get that it's tough. Gold is one of the toughest colors to get right on jerseys, especially. I came from a high school where we had that same color that the Saints were wearing. Those were our home uniforms. So like seeing the Saints wear these uniforms that I would talk shit about while I was in high school, and just seeing the performance that the Saints put on, best bet of the weekend last week, Cardinals Saints under 43.5. I mean, it kind of had me a little worried. It was they started off hot, both teams, but at the end of the day, the Saints unders, you will see them continuously get lower and lower and lower. I think it'll finish off at about 33 to 34 every single game. That's how bad our quarterback play is.
So check this out, right? Saints had a chance to win that game too.
Yeah.
Kind of concerning if I'm a Cardinals fan. Listen, they were a very popular. Look, no one really got eliminated big in eliminator pools. Denver played with a lot of people's emotions. The Bengals played with a lot of people's emotions. Washington dominated, and these are like the three highest picked. I got all four of my entries through. I had 2 Jaguars and 2 Broncos. I'll be posting those on my Instagram. So we got those through. My picks went 1-3-1 for week 1. Gonna bounce back. We always bounce back. And one of the reasons why my picks, we haven't talked about the 2 New York teams.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about the Jets first, and then I kind of want to end with Giants and Monday winners.
Perfect.
Okay, the Jets. My takeaway from the Jets, they're going to be a sumbitch to play. They're going to be annoying. They have so many different ways to beat you. I know it sounds crazy, but like Justin Fields scored 2 touchdowns. Him and Garrett Wilson played really, really well together because obviously they had the connection from Ohio State. Garrett Wilson was, scored a touchdown. He was getting open. I know it sounds crazy, but like he wasn't getting open last year. And I don't know if it was like, fuck, I really don't like this dude. One of the main reasons why the Jets wish Aaron Rodgers good luck on his future endeavors was because Garrett Wilson was like, yo, I can't play with this dude. And he's a 24, 25-year-old wide receiver who's a stud. I think he's a top 5 talent in the league. He just hasn't been able to showcase it. And he played well. Breece Hall was going, number 2, 3 overall in fantasy last year. This year you could get him in the 4th round. He finally played really, really well. Mm-hmm. And I think that they're just going to be a bitch to play, man. They're just going to be annoying. We were talking about it before we started filming, how playing the Jets this year, if you're a fan of the team playing them, you're going to be like, why the fuck are we tied with them at home? That's how I still think they're a 7-win team, but I think they'll be like a really good dog, right? Like they're a 7.5-point underdog to Buffalo at home this week. Kind of like the Jets. Kinda.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But
yeah, I know.
We know Buffalo historically when they play shit teams,
they dominate them.
Just dominate.
It's over
them.
early. It'll be like 21-0 and we'll be like, what the fuck were we even thinking?
And it could be that. And it could be that too. Try not to overreact to the week 1 craziness.
This is a game that I'm not overreacting to at all. Okay. I know that what Justin Fields brought to this game was a heavy heart, was a big fuck you to the Steelers for benching him last year for Russell Wilson. There was so much revenge in this performance from him. 16 for 22, 218 yards, a touchdown, and then he rushed 12 times for 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. Doing the Jet celebrations. Having Aaron Glenn. By the way, even though Aaron Glenn's a defensive guy, I fucked with his sideline aura. You know what I mean? Like he had good like week 1 head coaching energies where I'm like, I could get behind him. I could really see myself playing tough for that dude, but I'm not overreacting just because I think Justin Fields performs like that when it's those situations, when it means a little bit more, when it's everybody's been talking about how I can't get the job done and I now need to step up. That's when Justin Fields steps up. He did it last year. He literally did it last year. And then the fucking Steelers burned him.
Yeah.
He should have never, ever, ever. if I was a Steelers fan, this is the way I would have felt. Been substituted for Russell Wilson. They were 4-2. Like, what more can you want? So that's why this week you're going to see a major course correction. I think it'll be the normal Justin Fields that we're able to see, but it's pretty nice. Like the Jets thought Zach Wilson was going to be a mobile quarterback. Now they could finally give this archetype a true run. You know what I mean? This type of fast-paced offense. And I think it ties together with their weapons a lot better. Like I don't think Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson were like Aaron Rodgers style offense where it's slow, it's rigid. You know what I mean? It's very zone concept and play actions. This is, I'm back at Ohio State, RPOs and running guns. So,
I've talked about this so many times in the past with the Giants. If you're gonna suck, be exciting.
It's a good thing.
Like get the fans. So like when I was watching Justin Fields yesterday, I feel like a lot of players fall into that trap where they just go to shit situations. Bad situation with the Bears, goes to Pittsburgh, to your point, gets demoted for a Russell Wilson. Where, do you know how old Justin Fields is?
27?
25, bro.
No.
He is 25.
Bro, when did he get drafted?
25 years old.
When he was 21. He had to have been 21 when he got drafted. He's been in the league for at least 4 years.
Justin Fields.
This is year 5, yeah?
Justin Fields was drafted in 2021. He was the 11th overall pick.
So this is year 4.
I remember that vividly because the Giants got a trade out of that in order for Chicago to go up to take him. Turned into Kadarius Toney. But anyway, let's not digress. Dude, they signed him to a 2-year deal. And if I'm the Jets, like, bro, if he can be this and they could be like, also, let's not forget they had the lead. They lost on a 60-yard field goal. Now Boswell is probably the best kicker in the league right now. Like him and Butker, I think I trust the most. Life on the line to make it. Justin Tucker had that for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then there was a little Jake Elliott for a little bit.
I was about to throw Koo in there until yesterday happened.
Until yesterday, yeah. We didn't even touch much about that game. But yeah. I think if you're the Jets, man, just run this with Fields, see what happens. He seems to protect himself when he runs. He doesn't run reckless. Runs out of bounds, slides. I like that. He showed a lot of upside, bro. And then Rodgers, of course, scores 4 touchdowns. He looked good, man. I know you bet him. You bet him for MVP.
MVP. Mike Tomlin, Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
MVP. Come on now.
He looked good, bro. He definitely looked good.
Did you see? By the way, I loved Mike Tomlin, him, and Cam Hayward walking off the field together. Fucking iconic. The photos, it was perfect. Those are the 3 leaders of that team. This Steelers team is legit. They will be going far. 4 touchdowns for the old man. Rayer, can we add that to the you and me both doing that and the VM intro? The Rodgers running down the sideline. That would be too. Never mind. Cut that.
But I think he was that was the perfect team for him to go to because again he can't pull no fuckery on Mike Tomlin and the Steelers because the infrastructure and the brass in Pittsburgh is going to protect the coach over the quarterback. And also the other thing too, bro, like I wonder if him saying that this is his last year is just going to open things up for him to be like, fuck it, let's just have fun. Let's just see what happens. This is my last. Let me just enjoy this. Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh plays in Chicago this year. I know I have some friends that are going to that game because they're Bears and Steeler fans. And it's like, does he still own Pittsburgh? You know what I mean? So it's going to be fun. I think they're a very intriguing team. However, their defense did look old as shit. Defense looked really slow and old.
I agree with you. I think there's some mesh point things that they can work on that I'm never worried about a Mike Tomlin's team on defense, especially given the fact that Jalen Ramsey sealed the fucking deal. He's meant for that Pittsburgh Steeler environment.
Yeah.
Literally just exactly how he was at Florida State. I'm glad to see this side of him back. He was mad shit talking the guys too, going into halftime. He had to be like restrained by like 4 of his own teammates. I love that. I love that shit.
Okay. Last team I want to talk about. The New York Giants and the Commanders.
I'll give you a moment.
Missionary results come from missionary decisions. And sometimes you got to step on heads.
Yep.
Why the fuck are you throwing out Russell Wilson? The amount of times that he dropped back and the moment anyone was within 4 yards of him, he started doing the duck under to get. It's like, bro, he's a shot fighter now. He gets dropped by a jab. That's who Russell Wilson is. It is very frustrating, George, as a fan of the team, that I know it was preseason. I understand. But there was aura and excitement and optimism and wrestling-themed promo hype videos for the Giants. Why? Because we got this dude that lit up the preseason with the same offensive line. Worse, because it was backups, right? Why not? Why not roll the dice, bro? See what he is. We've seen it happen in division where the Cowboys roll out Dak. We have no tape on Dak. They're the 1 seed. We see them last year, Daniels. CJ Stroud 2 years ago. Bo Nix last year. Fucking Justin Herbert. Like all these teams, the advantage that you get, you have a rookie quarterback. And I know the offensive line is not great, especially when Andrew Thomas, he should win the fucking offensive lineman of the year award. The protector of the year should be Andrew Thomas because all 5 of them don't know how to block when he's not in there. My whole thing is this. They ran 7 plays from inside the 3-yard line and it resulted in -1 yards, right? I don't get it. Why are you going to keep throwing out Russell Wilson? Neighbors is already fed up. The offense just, there's no excitement, bro. Dude, let's be honest with each other. Before you and the missus and the +1 became like, legit and you're like actually dating, now she's your fiance. Didn't you feel different around different women when you would go see them?
Yeah.
And then when you were around Cameron, you're like, oh, I feel nice when I'm around here. Like I like, you're more excited to go out on a date maybe when you're tired, right?
Yep.
You'll put yourself together better because you're going to see her because you care, right? That's what it's going to be like if they throw in Jaxson Dart. You don't think the offensive line might be like, hey, man, we might have something here. You don't think Neighbors is going to go up and get it? You don't think Wan'Dale Robinson and Tracy is going to run harder, play harder because of this? It's deflating when you know you're going to go out there and do cardio for an hour and just run routes and not get the ball.
Yeah.
Or the offensive line is going to look even worse because he's holding. Russ always holds on to the ball longer than a lot of other quarterbacks. Why? In the past, he was mobile and a lot quicker. Now he's 34, 35 years old, a lot of wear and tear. It's not as explosive and dominant. Just throw the kid out there. And if he sucks, then we know he sucks. And we can maybe draft another quarterback until we fucking get it right. But I don't think he sucks, bro. I think the way he carries himself is going to elevate the team and they're going to play harder. Throw him into the wolves, bro.
Yeah.
When we go to jiu-jitsu at Syndicate, Jerry's like, yo, it's your first day training? We're going live. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out. Let's see. Because this is why I said with Jaxson Dart, we don't know the ceiling. It could be double-digit wins. But with Russell Wilson, we know it's 6 or 7. And it's just this is 3 straight years. They don't score a touchdown in the first week. It's just frustrating. It's like, bro, what are you doing, dude?
That's terrible.
You don't think the defense plays better too if they know that the offense could fucking stay on the field for a little bit? Give us a breather.
Oh, the defensive line they look great at times like yesterday.
Well, also, Jaden Daniels is a very difficult person to keep in the pocket and him moving around. Also, they were fucking awful at tackling, all of them across the board, just really bad at tackling. The Commanders had like 7 drops. The game should have been a lot worse, but also the Giants didn't help the fucking situation. Like the Giants were given every opportunity to cover that game also. But man, oh man, you got to just start this dude. And if he fucks up, let him fuck up. At least there's a future with him. There's a future with her. That's what I'm saying. And it was very frustrating.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Get the rant prepared now for when Jameis Winston starts before Jaxson Dart. Just start preparing it now. Just like at night, just be like, hey, I'm going to toss some more notes into this about how much I fucking hate the Giants. Am I wrong for saying that might happen? That probably will happen?
Nothing would surprise me what they would do. I'll tell you this much. They play in Dallas this week, and then the following Monday, they play Kansas City at home opener. Let Russell Wilson play the way he did. Giant fans, if you don't fucking rush the field, I'll be disappointed. Better storm the fucking field. We want Dart. Enough of this shit, man. Enough.
Field storming in the NFL is to actually get what you want to have happen. Like
yeah,
it's not like
it's not a celebration.
It's a fucking hostile takeover.
Yeah, we're taking this bitch.
We're not
over.
leaving MetLife until he's the quarterback.
Yeah, guess what? Game is on pause now. You know how like in Jacksonville they had the rain delay.
Yep.
And then in Philly they had the thunderstorms and they delayed it. Nah, until we get Dart, we ain't fucking. No one's playing.
Wow.
Fuck your coin toss. Fuck special teams. Fuck all that. Give us a chance to, one, be excited, be optimistic like we were coming into the year. And, bro, you know what else, dude? You know what else? He fucking outplayed Russell Wilson in the preseason, too. The same way Russell Wilson outplayed Matt Flynn when he got extended from the Packers, when he signed with Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving him $15 million a year then in 2012. And Russell Wilson, as a third-round pick, came in and lit it up. And Pete Carroll was like, he's better.
Yeah.
And then look, Legion of Boom, one of the best 5-year stretches that a team has ever had. You know, 2 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl conference championship every year. That's what you could do with Dart. You know what Russ is at this point of his career. He's on a 1-year deal. You don't owe him anything, bro. You don't owe him nothing. You owe the fans something. It's been bad, bro. It's been bad for like 14 years.
Not scoring a touchdown in the opening game for 3 straight seasons says it all. I mean,
bro, start Dart and go 4-13, but have him like they lose 31-28. They lose 35-33 on a 62-yard field goal at MetLife against the Cowboys with Aubrey. It's what I said about the Jets, bro. You know how many of my Jet friends are like, yeah, that's like the funnest game we've experienced in the last decade. It's like, yeah, at least there's buzz, there's excitement, there's hope.
Yeah.
So that's it. As you could tell, I've been fucking waiting for this. That's why this was the grand finale for this episode. Do you have anything else you want to share before we wrap?
Monday winners?
Monday winners, yes. Monday winners. Okay, so George, last year, do you know what your record was for Monday winners?
No.
I have it for you.
Do you have it? Let's see.
You were 13-7.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, 13-7.
Really good.
That went through the playoffs.
Right.
That went through the playoffs.
I think I did even worse in the playoffs. I think I had a good regular season and bad playoffs.
I was 1 game better. Well, technically I had 13 wins as well. I had 2 pushes. So like if we go off win percentage, it was the same.
Okay.
But yeah,
right,
13, 4, and 2. So Monday winners, right? If you're new to sports betting, sometimes the best bet you can make is early in the week. You don't need to wait until 1:45 on the East Coast on Sunday to make a bet.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. You might get the worst of the line. However, in some cases, honestly, in most cases, the best line you'll get is right away on Monday when they open up the slate for the next week. So Monday winners, we're basically betting a game from Monday for the following week. George, what is yours?
I have like 3 that
Okay.
you can honestly go with. Oh, fuck. It just went back to week 1. The first one is 49ers -4.5 versus the Saints. This is going to be a dog walk. Don't even need to put too much more thought into that. That line will jump. What about, I just said with the AFC North, if you're getting more than 4.5 points in a divisional matchup like that, you got to take the dog. The Browns plus 11.5, that'll go down to what, 9? So you got to hop on this now. 11.5 is crazy. I'm seeing 12.5 at some places. And then the final one that I'm going to give out, you had alluded to it earlier, the Patriots plus 1.5 versus the Dolphins. The one that I will select for this is going to be the 49ers. And I would honestly maybe take that at an alternate line right now to try to get the most bang for your buck. Like, you can take the 49ers minus 7.5 and you will be fine. You will be just okay. What about you?
So it has a lot to do with the outcome of tonight's game. Minnesota, prior to the Monday Night Football game against the Bears, opened as 4-point favorites over the Atlanta Falcons. It is now 6. I didn't think Penix played too bad. I think Bijan Robinson and teams in that division just struggled to run against Tampa Bay. He did really well in the passing game, which I feel amazing about that call.
Hey, rack up the stats.
I feel really good because I felt like he could get 1,000, and he had over 100 yards receiving yesterday. And also the first touchdown of the year was the 50-yard touchdown, and then he had the wild play. He juked the shit out of someone. I thought the guy blew out both Achilles.
Oh,
Like, it was
terrible.
so bad. So I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Atlanta plus six Sunday Night Football in Minnesota as my Monday winner for week 2.
I like that.
Thank you all for watching. If you're watching this on the Your Welcome Network, if you're listening to the show on Spotify, it's the same link. The YouTube channel for Veterans Minimum is going to remain. It's going to be like the best of. We're going to chop up a bunch of segments. We've hired some social media managers and YouTube managers and the whole 9. So shout out to George for putting that together. The team is constantly growing and building. And we're excited, man. We're excited. Every year we like to add new shit. So hopefully you guys made it through this entire episode. It's really exciting this time of year, bro. I'm really excited. You're excited. We'll be back Thursday with a preview for week 2. And yeah, we're in the swing of things, man. We are in the swing of things. Follow us at Veterans Minimum on all social media outlets.
That's it. See you guys next on Thursday. See you Thursday. Bye.
You got to get used to that. Peace.
I'm a gold medalist, bronze like your medal is. So many deer in headlights, but it's bedtime. Hear that supper bell, main course be the venison.
Dab. Most dangerous game. Either kill or be killed.